Hey people, welcome to the Friday evening stream. That's right, a rare Friday stream. I've been switching up my streaming schedule the last few days, you may have noticed. Probably not permanently, just something that just happened to make sense for this week. It is April 25th. 5:30 p.m. It's about 15 degrees or so, or it was anyway, at one point. And hello to Randy Ruck, hello Daniel, hello Alan K, hello Gertij, Carol L.E., Vivian Johnson, Marge, good to see you. Jenny's in the house, and Kyle Walker, and Craig O'Connor. Diva Tequila. Hello, William Elliott. John Nicholson, Zach the Transit Enthusiast. Wesley and Aaron Hockey and Meanish. Response Audio. Welcome everyone. Lakers Fan for Life 24. Hello. And howdy Modano. So I am on Coxwell Avenue, way in the East End here. Hey, Damon Washington. Welcome to everyone. Hello, Joseph. There's Coxwell subway station. Jan Neeson, hello. Lena Sandoval. Forecast called for rain at some point in the day. It hasn't happened yet though. In the evening it says, so I guess we'll see if that includes the time when I'm streaming. Hopefully not.
How many do you see upcoming? You see them on
Hey, thank you very much, Lakers Fan for Life. Much appreciated. Hello, just Smitty. Hello, Pavel. How's my mood? It's all right. It's not too bad, I guess. If it doesn't start raining, my mood will probably be better than if it does start raining. Hopefully that won't be the case. I do have the new umbrella that Vivian sent me though. If it does start raining, I'm prepared. With a high quality umbrella, not the Dollarama one. Hey, Robert Sprite, hello. Hello, George. Yeah, we're at Danforth. There's a look east. Hello, Ken Lan, Chris Mills, Billy T. Well, it was 15 degrees earlier when I first headed out. It might have cooled off a bit. It's still pretty mild though. Wasn't sure if I wanted to walk along Danforth or maybe go down to Queen. There are several options I can choose from. It's looking towards downtown. Hey, JZ71, watching from Tilsonburg. Maybe I'll go down to Queen. We'll do something maybe a bit different. I feel like I walked along Danforth not all that long ago. I don't know. Probably not any more recently than I did along Queen, but let's just go south. We'll keep on going south here down Coxwell. Hello, Harjot. I think if I go west along Danforth, I'll get downtown a bit too soon. I'll prolong the journey to downtown a bit here. We'll go south along Coxwell for a bit. MC van, no one's forcing you to watch. I'm not sure if the van implies Vancouver or not, but you can always watch my old Vancouver live stream if that's more your cup of tea. Hello, Ame, how you doing? Quad Mods, Nav and Dat. Yeah, that's the spirit. See, Nav and Dat is excited about another Toronto live stream. I do live here, so I guess most of my streams and videos will be in Toronto. Funny how that works. Mike Landry's in the house, $2. Hello, Ken and everyone in the chat. Welcome back, Mike. Cheers, Mike Landry, with the $2. Much appreciated. Kevin Hawthorne. Howard Charco. Rod Zamirez. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that somewhat okay. Probably not. Welcome. I had to sort of look at that word and sound it out in my head before I attempted to say it, or that name. Hey Marge, thank you very kindly. $5 for a post-stream root beer. Sounds good to me. Much appreciated, Marge. Mr. Walter, all right, that's a bit easier on my tongue, I guess. I thought I did a pretty good job trying to attempt pronouncing your name right. Maybe I was way off though. But Mr. Walter, I think I can handle that one. Nav and Dat, $2. Hope you have a great weekend, Ken. Go Leafs go. Thank you, Nav and Dat. You've been an awesome supporter of the channel. And for all you hockey fans, I guess, if you're living anywhere in or around Toronto, I guess Go Leafs go is the thing to say, so I'll say it too. And Vivian Johnson, $5. Some munchies to go with the root beer. Thank you also. Wow, Vivian Johnson and Nav and Dat. Getting a nice little surge of support here. Cheers to both of you, Vivian and Mavin. Thank you. Hey, Randy Roberts. I don't know, there's all sorts of bins lying around here. Yeah, this umbrella that Vivian got me is pretty nice. You just push a button and it pops open in a forceful sort of way. It looks very solid. And I think you push a button to close it too. Wow. I haven't had an umbrella like that in a while. Hey, it's Hanson Street. Any fans of Hanson? And it is compact enough to fit in my back pocket too. So that's where it is. I don't have to hold it, which is always a plus. There's a high school, Monarch Park Collegiate. Our school has a pool. I never had a school that had a pool. Hey, Wing Zero. Maybe one day you'll finally get to meet me in person, Wing Zero. Your dreams can come true. And Alan K, $3. Happy Friday, not Eve. It's actual Friday. How often does this happen where we stream on actual Friday? Thank you very, very much, Alan K. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Friday Eve, not the evening before Friday. Hello, Capellan. Hello, Tiana. Bucky Smith. It is clouding over now, so I might need the umbrella. I was hoping it would stay clear for a little while longer. I almost didn't bring it. I was like, it's all nice and sunny out. What are the chances that it will really rain while I'm streaming? So I was almost just going to leave the umbrella. And literally, as I was opening the door to leave, I was like, oh, just bring it. You never know, right? So I just grabbed it at the last second. Hey, you dropped your pocket. How you doing, Emily? Ruben Quinones. And Jenny. Ice cream bar fund or vector fund, fund the funds. I wonder what would happen if you put an ice cream bar in the vector and sort of mixed it all together. It actually doesn't sound so bad, right? Thank you for funding the funds, Jenny, much appreciated. Oh, just came out of nowhere. Marge says, ooh. Hey, PAG. Find Toronto's fight clubs. Do they have fight clubs? Actual fight clubs? I'm pretty sure if there is a fight club, they probably wouldn't want you to live stream it. After all, what's the first rule about Fight Club, right? Christian Hansen. No rain till midnight. Let's hope so. Because I looked at the radar thing also online before I left, and it didn't look like it was going to be hitting Toronto until later in the evening, right? Like after 9 p.m. or something at least. We're going south down Coxwell Avenue. Coxwell's kind of funny. It's almost all residential like this, but it has a commercial strip at its very northern end, and it has another commercial strip near its very southern end, and in between is all residential like this. Some unusual housing styles here. These are different. They're all built at the same time, no doubt, the same style. These ones are a little more typical for this area. Yeah, I'm south of Danforth. I think I'm going to head down to Queen, and then we'll walk along Queen into downtown. Farhan, all right. Did you pass me earlier, maybe? Hey, Tom Seeley. Yeah, I often get messages or people in the chat saying that they saw me or passed me, but they didn't say hi when they saw me, when they passed me. Or comments in videos or something saying, I walked right past you at the 10-minute mark. Alright, here is Gerard. Tisk tisk. Yeah, my long-haired rocker look is gone for now. It'll probably be back though. Now I'm a short-haired rocker. They do exist. Maybe I could be MCA from the Beastie Boys. What you want? There's a Green Mountain Flower Shop. Hey, Tony Christou, hello. Hey, what's up, Double X? And Stephanie Jackson. I'm on Coxwell Avenue, just around Gerrard Street. And we're heading south. Should try stand-up comedy. I don't think that's in the cards. Alright, here's now where things become commercial for a bit here. Hey, Megan Alyssa. I remember there used to be a Dollar Tree here, but it closed down. And it was just right up the street from Dollarama. I think all the Dollar Trees are gone now in Toronto, if I'm not mistaken. Birdie's Fried Chicken. Come and eat a birdie. I'll keep that in mind, PAG. I'm still trying to build up my YouTube presence, really. There's Little India that'll take you all the way into downtown, through a couple other neighborhoods as well. Why are you honking at me? I'm literally not in your way, car. Jeez. Yeah, you keep on walking along there, you'll pass through East Chinatown also. Where's Lisa? Yeah, she's missing some cool art here. All right, later, PAG. Glad you could pop in. How old was I when I became a vegetarian? I was 20 years old. Nice, Stephanie. But you know, I say live and let live. I don't have any issues with people who aren't vegetarians. I dated Megan for 4.5 years, and she's a avid meat eater. It was no problem. 21, okay. Alright, taking us down to Queen Street. If you're just joining, we're on Coxwell Avenue. We started north of Danforth. Phone keeps telling me that my power bank connection is not good. Let me see if I can redo it here. Got a handy bench. A handy dandy bench right here. Any better? I'm not sure what I'll do for the cherry blossoms this year. I don't know if I'll do the High Park thing. It's possible. I usually just go to the more close-in areas like Trinity Bellwoods or the Robarts Library. I have done the cherry blossoms in High Park before though, like way back when, in the earlier days of my channel. Hello, average Norwegian gamer. Look at this house. It's like elevated. How's that for a unique looking home? Like park underneath the house. See that car under there? How cool is that? See a red door. And I bet you want to paint it black. No, I haven't talked to Johnny in a little while actually. I just figured I'd let him do his thing there, you know, if he wanted to message me about something. I'll respond, but otherwise. But I have talked to Action Kid though, just recently. He's in Vietnam still. Hey, Chad Wabagwan. On to Dundas here, going across, almost down to Queen. Here's one of these old school signs on this police division building, Municipality of Metropolitan Toronto, which has not existed since 1997. The amalgamation took place in 1998 that basically did away with that. It just became the City of Toronto, no more Municipality of Metropolitan Toronto. That's back in the days when all the boroughs were semi-autonomous, right? Like East York and Scarborough, North York, Etobicoke, York. And they're all administered separately, but had an overarching government on top of them all, also the metro government. Have I seen a Beatles tribute band? Yeah, many. I've seen several of them. Oh yeah, there was a phone booth there. Thanks for pointing that out. An actual old school phone booth. Look at that. The kind that Superman would jump into. Gonna have to try and keep track of how many of those are still left. And you can see all the way to the Aura. Look at that. Mexicanibus? That's interesting. It's not just your regular cannabis, it's Mexicanibus. There's all your varieties. It's getting late in Poland. Hopefully life is treating you well there in Poland. Ian Lockman, hello. Probably didn't pronounce your name right, but hello anyway. Thanks for checking out the stream. Prolsy Tomsy, hello. Hello Heartbeats Local. Hey, there's Queen Street up ahead. What's up, Neville? So we'll get off of the kind of somewhat dull Coxwell Avenue here. There's a few interesting stretches, but not too many for a continuous live stream, in my opinion. I've ever been in a band, not an actual band, no. Me and a few friends almost formed a band at one time, but it never actually materialized. We were going to call ourselves the Grecos, sort of like a joke name, because we all used to hang out at Greco's Pizza in North Bay. I was going to be the drummer. Oh, that's right, you know. I'm gonna play the drums. Alright, we're at Queen. Let us go along Queen. Hey, Lorraine McLean. Yeah, I grew up in North Bay. I moved there as a kid, so I wasn't born there, but I moved there at a young age, so my formative years were definitely spent growing up in North Bay and into my adulthood until I moved to Toronto. Do I have a garage? No. Right, Jenny? Except it wasn't the summer of '69, unfortunately. Oh, you know what I noticed today on my channel? I guess it's gone up by one now that I started the stream, but earlier today, before I began the stream, I noticed I had 1,969 1,969 videos on my channel. 1969 videos on the channel. But now it's 1970 because I started this stream here, but I screenshotted it when it said 1969. I was like, oh yes, that's an awesome number of videos to have on the channel. What is in North Bay? I don't know. It's just a place. It's a place with buildings and houses and people live there. It's like schools and a university and a mall and, you know, a waterfront, beaches. I don't know. It's a nice little city. A very small little city. Surrounded by nature, between two lakes. Yeah. It was a pretty good place to grow up, I thought. I've never spent any time in Thunder Bay. I've only passed through it. That's very far from North Bay. That's like a 12-hour drive from North Bay to Thunder Bay. New York City was closer to North Bay than Thunder Bay was. That's how far away Thunder Bay was. Or is. Yeah, I think the Sioux is about a 5-hour drive from North Bay, approximately. Once you get up to Northern Ontario, things are very spaced out. Everything is far apart, right? All the major towns, except for North Bay and Sudbury, they're kind of close together. Everything else is far away. Timmins and the Sioux and Thunder Bay. Tiana knows all about the Sioux. Yeah, Southern Ontario is such a small part of the province, but like 95% of the population lives in Southern Ontario. And Northern Ontario is absolutely ginormous in comparison to Southern Ontario, but not too many people live up there. Yeah, North Bay doesn't have mines. It's one of the few places in Northern Ontario that's not a resource. Oh, hey. What's up, man? How you doing?
I'm all right.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
I was trying to do. I got a swing umbrella.
Oh,
too,
nice. Okay,
I
got
me down. Happens to the best of us, right?
Mine just fits in my pocket there, so yeah.
Yeah, I was just walking home from work. From work. I thought I'd run into you.
I ran into quad mods.
I think I underestimated or overestimated your walking speed.
Oh, I'm kind of walking a bit of an amble today here.
Well,
yeah.
that's the usual pace from what I can tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
My amble tends to be a lot quicker than most. So I just gotta head you off at the pass, but I'll head up Woodfield here and head home.
Right on. We're in
Hello,
quad mods territory here.
Everyone's having a good, will have a good weekend.
Yeah, that's right. It's Friday. Jeez.
It is.
Yeah. What am I doing streaming on a Friday? I don't know.
Well, you know what? When you start streaming like half an hour before 6, I'm usually done work at 6. So
right.
You get to run up the clock a bit on it.
Cool.
Just watching you.
All right.
Anyways, have a great night.
All right.
Have
Good
a great
seeing
night,
you.
Everybody. Cheers.
All right. Nice.
See ya.
Have a good night. Oh yeah, he's popped into the stream several times in the past. Usually when I'm walking through this part of town, he might make an appearance. Hey, Expelta. What was I saying? Oh yeah, North Bay isn't really a resource community the way lots of other places in Northern Ontario are. There's no mines in North Bay. There's no pulp and paper mill or anything like that. It's a government services center for the most part. That was its kind of reason for being, in a transportation center with the railways. So it was a railway town and then a sort of government services center with lots of government offices and things like that. And then later became known as a education center with Nipissing University. It has some light manufacturing, nothing too major. Some companies that supply the mining industry. So might have factories that make things like drill bits that are used in the mining industry, but no actual mines in North Bay though. And they make airplanes in North Bay now too, Voyager Airways. That's been there for a while. Hey, Jillian Felix, hello. And Yahya. And also had a pretty good sized Canadian Forces base, but that got downsized. And was also the home of the NORAD underground bunker during the Cold War, which is a 5-story office structure basically built inside the Precambrian shield, which is in order to protect it from an attack during the Cold War, because they would track all the airspace from there. Kind of like in the movie War Games, right? The US one is in Colorado Springs, while the North Bay complex was ours for Canada. Hey, Jacques Pilot, hello. Hey, it's Vancouver Avenue. I don't know if I've ever noticed this before. It's a very short street. That's it. It's just a tiny little stub of a street here, Vancouver Avenue. Was that on purpose? Walking past some restaurants with some music. Hello, Seastone, and anyone else I might have missed in the chat here. Jefferson Rivas. I wish, Tom Seeley, I wish. When War Games came out, I thought she was a fox, man. If she was hiding in the North Bay bunker, I definitely would have broke in there. Hey, Karen on the Humber. We're gonna walk through Leslieville, heading east on Queen Street East. Hello, Rob. How you doing? Just is convenience. It's just convenience for the sake of convenience, I guess. Oh, there we go. Queen convenience. That's more like it. Hey, look, every once in a while I come upon something like this, and I usually have some kind of lame joke to make about it, but I think I'll just leave it as it is, and I won't say anything. Oh yeah, we're going west. Sorry, did I say east? I meant west. Pay no attention to anything I say. There we go. We'll let Aaron Hockey make the jokes.
Even work, so much more productive. And I've got a
very bilingual here. Mr. Adams Apple. As you can see, we're definitely in Leslieville now. There's Betty's East. I don't know if I've ever pointed out Betty's West before. Everyone's bringing in the toilet jokes now. Oh. Neat. Hello, how are you?
Remember me in the water bottle?
You're the guy. Yes, I do remember you. Holy moly, how you doing? Wow. Wowee. Yeah, that was awesome. Thank you again for that water at the time. Yeah. Cool. I just ran into someone who bring me a very refreshing bottle of water. When was that? Like last summer? Yeah, like when I was streaming, I was like very hot. Wow, it was awesome seeing you again. Right on. Have a good day. See ya. See ya. That young lad there, he was with his dad, and I was walking along Dundas Street, and they caught up to me and gave me a bottle of water. The young lad and his dad. I should have asked his name. I don't think I even asked him last time either. Well, if you see this in the chat, young lad, feel free to pop in and say hi. Onychomycosis, if I'm pronouncing that right. What's up? I don't know, I like the word lad. I guess it's a word that the Beatles used to use a lot, so I tend to use it. I think they should bring it back. Just play some music with the lads, you know. Play some rock and roll with the lads. Hey, Yvonne Atherton. Not mad, lad with an L. Young lad. Not a young mad. I don't know what a young mad would even be. I don't think I'd want to be around one of those, whatever they are. I'm just talking continuously because there's music there. Hey, funny dog. Bucky Smith, fair enough. Everyone has their own way of referring to people of a certain age, I guess. He was an exceptionally nice and polite young boy, young lad, young male, young kid. What's up, Pine Sol? Tiffany, $10 super chat. Wowza, wowza. Thank you very kindly, Tiffany, for the generous super chat. Cheers, Tiffany. Very much appreciated. Hope you're enjoying the walk and the talk. Uh-oh, looks like this is gone now. That's too bad. Hello, Mo and Canadian Vasily. It's always a bummer when a record store closes down, right? Especially one like that. Unless it relocated, which is possible.
Maybe Domino's, I don't know.
That happens quite a bit, I find, with record stores like that. They might switch to a different location. There's a belly buster here now. Wow, they've been really expanding. Hello again, Tiffany. Sure thing, Mo. They're really advertising this U2 Day thing, aren't they? I've been seeing these posters around town for months now. We're in Leslieville, Mo, walking along Queen Street. We're heading west on Queen Street East. Nice looking doggy. Unfortunately, I got word from Megan last night that her little dog Bonsai passed away, so that was very sad news. He's been ill for quite some time. So, RIP to little Bonsai. Some of you might remember seeing Bonsai in a couple videos of mine with Megan. We took him for a walk in Guelph. I'm gonna tend to my power bank again here. Yeah, she's pretty shattered right now, but she just needs some time. She has a lot of people around her to help her through it. Hello, Israel Morales. Hello, Han Han. And we have over 300 viewers now. Awesome, thanks everyone. I don't often stream on Fridays. It's a bit of a rarity, I guess, but we're getting close to the end of the month, and I thought I would just maybe squeeze in a couple extra streams more than I usually do. So I might do 2 more streams actually before the month is over. Weather permitting, you know, I don't want to be walking around in like a thunderstorm, or maybe I will actually. Maybe I do want to walk around in a thunderstorm. I guess we'll see. But if you are new to the channel, maybe this is the first stream of mine you've caught. Hope you're enjoying, and you can always hit that subscribe button so that you can catch future streams. Hit the notification bell too, so you'll be notified when I do those, because I do stream regularly. Will do, Mo. And I am wearing the vesties that Megan got for me because it might rain. Any chance of rain, and I always make sure to have these on. Yeah, it totally sucks, right, Randy? And I'm sure most of us have experienced the loss of a pet at some point, or even several times, unfortunately, since for some reason we outlive all of our pets for the most part. I've probably been through it about half a dozen times, I guess. I hear, "We're the kids in America." Whoa. Hey, Trojan Elk Explorer. Hello, Dahlia. Welcome. Making our way through Leslieville here on Queen Street. Yeah, I'll be talking to her again later. I talked to her just yesterday, actually, before it happened. So I said hello to Bonsai over FaceTime, so it was nice to see him. I think he still remembered me, or my voice anyway. That's right, Tom. And I think Len did a cover version of that, the band from Toronto that did that song Steal My Sunshine, which was like a big hit. And then they followed up with a cover of Kids in America, which didn't top the charts. I think that was their attempt to keep it going, but unfortunately Len turned out to be kind of a one-hit wonder. But almost everyone knows their Steal My Sunshine song. Not a Metallica fan. I'm somewhat of a Metallica fan, but obviously I didn't go to the concert last night. Crossing Carlaw. Still in Leslieville. Hey, JC. I'm very close to where you are. I did walk right past that very intersection in a previous live stream not all that long ago. I walked through the Portlands and then made my way up along Carlaw. Oh, that's interesting, Carol. There's a second-hand shop. Hey, Joycey, hello. Yeah, just getting a bit hipper around here, I guess. Over the years, it's sort of taking on a bit of a different character than what it used to be. There's the Value Village. This is interesting. Catch some local theater here. It's a bit of a a different take on Macbeth here. Looks kind of fun, right? I feel like things to be a bit on the spooky side. Famous Master 2000, hello, hello. Hope things are good in Niagara Falls. Hey, it's Craig's Cookies. Apparently in my Leaside video I walked right past the Craig's Cookies there and didn't even notice it. Someone pointed that out in the comments. I was kind of looking for it too, and I don't know how I missed it, but I did. although would like to sleep.
Yeah, I just said what we were.
Yeah, they are good. I've heard some people say that they're too salty or too bready or whatever. I like them when I tried them. I also like Le Gourmand. I guess I'm not too picky, you know, when it comes to like homemade cookies, specialty shop cookies. They all taste good to me. Hey, evening Alicia Lewis. Goes a via train. The new subway line will also go right over here. Line 3, the Ontario line. Doing lots of work on the corridor here. Hey, dog mama. I hope all is well with dog papa. Anyone remember Barba Papa? Barba Papa? Barba Mama? What's up, YouTube? Thanks, Famous Master. Yeah, as long as the rain holds off, I'm definitely enjoying the walkabout tonight. Alright, we're leaving Leslieville, coming into Riverside. Does anyone know if Metallica played just the one show last night? Or are they playing another show? Sometimes, you know, those big acts will have a couple of nights or more, right? But I don't know if Metallica does or not. They're playing at the Sky Dome, I know that. Or they did play at the Sky Dome. On Saturday. Okay, thanks, Alan. Thanks. I was hoping they were playing again tonight, and I would maybe walk past there, but oh well. I remember not too long ago, a few years back, Metallica played a show at the Opera House, which is right in this neighborhood, which is just a small venue. It was sort of like a special show. That must have been cool for the people who got to see that. just like a live music venue. It's not an actual opera house anymore. It's a small place, let's just put it that way, for a band like Metallica to play at. Hey, Heather Tobin, hello. And hello, Banger, watching from Aurelia. Yeah, Skydome forever, right? Skydome forever. I don't use that other name. Ozzy did too. That's cool.
He's like probably.
I think there's a Metallica tribute band in town doing shows at the same time as the actual Metallica. And I think they're sort of hand chosen by Metallica to be their tribute band, you know. I think they're playing on Queen West. But here's the Opera House. This is the venue where they played some years back. It used to be an actual opera house, but you know, now it's just for other types of live music. Hey, later, Alicia Lewis. Glad you could pop in. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Here's a vintage shop. Probably sounds way better seeing them play in the Opera House than it did in the Skydome. I heard the sound was awful at the Skydome show last night. That venue is not really good for concerts like that. And also it can make a difference if the roof of the dome is open or closed. Just had to attend to my power bank again. Huh. 1989, wow, that's when they were still sort of an underground thrash band. I think I first heard of Metallica around 1986, around that time. I didn't really listen to them much then though, but one of my friends was, and he told me about them. Weird music going on here.
Or retired.
Walking past a bunch of bars. Hey, Arata Yaya, hello. I'm doing good. Arata Yaya. I did a video before my live stream today. It involved a very unpleasant bus ride. Hey, Maximus. Well, it was about 15 today at one point in the afternoon and sunny. It was pretty nice. Then it clouded over. And we had some nice 22-degree weather just the other day. I was out recording a couple videos on that day. I haven't posted those ones yet though. Right on, Dahlia. Megan is a big Metallica fan. She wasn't when I met her, but I started showing her all these other bands that I liked and showed her some metal. I've never been a big fan of metal particularly, but I showed her some stuff. And she kind of went off on her own to keep, you know, discovering new metal, and then she kind of discovered Metallica all on her own and became a big fan of Metallica. Hey, Chuck Diamond, how you doing? Lots of inbound traffic coming into downtown. Where are they all going? What's going on tonight? This is the Don Valley Parkway. Yeah, I'm not sure why there's so much traffic coming into the city right now. Looking towards the financial district. Regent Park over there. The weather's fairly mild today. It was sunny earlier. Looks like it might rain later on in the evening. Not too bad though. It's nice conditions right now for streaming. It's not too hot, not too cold. But that sky looks like it wants to dump water all over me. person who doesn't enjoy walking streams continues to watch walking stream and complain how they don't enjoy walking stream. Make it make sense. Hey, thanks, Arata. That one actually underperformed a bit in terms of views, but I'm glad you liked it. Hey, Salayada, hello. Here's the Humane Society. Hey, Lisa. Apparently, Lorraine, apparently. I don't get it. If there's something on that I'm not enjoying, I stop watching it. But that's just me. I must be crazy. River Street. Get off of Queen Street now. Oh yeah, I'm aware of this place over here where you can get some good gear. Hey, thanks, Banger. Hey, Roy Explorers, how you doing? Fellow explorer. Starting to darken up a little here. The darkening. Just at an hour and a half into the stream. That's all it takes to walk from Coxwell and Danforth via Coxwell and Queen. Yeah, this is where King Street ends. It merges with Queen right there. The King and the Queen, they merge together. But the Queen continues, and the King does not. All hail the Queen, I guess. But now we have a king on the throne in England. What the hell am I talking about? I don't know. I'm just randomly talking about things involving kings and queens, I guess. Hey, JD. It was very deep, yeah. Deep Thoughts with Ken Continuum. Sometimes I think about how King Street ends and Queen Street continues on. And then I think about how the Queen died and was replaced by the King. How can both those things exist simultaneously? Deep thoughts. And don't get me started on talking about the band Queen. Well, I just felt a raindrop. A raindrop landed on my nose, right on the tip of my nose. Carl Roth, happy Friday. And Jelly Bean, what's up? Always a pleasure. Well, I just felt another raindrop. Maybe I'm happy I grabbed that umbrella now, right? I almost didn't. I was going out the door. At the last second I was like, oh, just take the umbrella. Yeah, this is a new area here. This is the Canary District. Oh, it's starting to rain now. Actual rain. I can go under here for a moment. Alright, look at this. I have a handy bench to put my gear down while I get my umbrella. Just see that? How awesome is that? I'll have to put this down for a second. Don't fly away, umbrella. Oh, there it goes. Thank you. Thank you very much. I put the umbrella down to grab my gimbal and then the wind blew it away, but that kind woman there stopped it for me. Alright, I guess I'll let this car go. Let's walk through the Canary District. As I was saying, this is a new area here. Well, it was built or opened about 10 years ago for the Pan Am Games when they came to Toronto. It was the athletes' village, so a lot of these buildings were full of housing for the athletes, but then after the games left, it just became regular housing for anyone else, basically. And then they kept building more buildings, and now it's a whole neighborhood. This is my first full-time job. My first full-time YouTube job, yeah, but I've had other full-time jobs before this that were not fun like this job is. Boring jobs that I didn't like. Is it even raining now? Did it stop already? I don't hear any rain hitting my umbrella. My fancy umbrella. Yeah, it's not even raining now. Oh well, at least you all got to see the umbrella. Maybe I'll close it up again though. How cool is that? It's almost like a gunshot when you press that button. Hey, Jake Eves. Yeah, it feels like a good umbrella too. It feels very sturdy, like it can handle some wind, you know? And it has that little flap to let the air pass through. Hey, Michael EAC, hello. What's with the doggies? They're just yelping over there. I think they're waiting for someone to come out, or maybe they're barking at another dog. Maybe there's another dog going by and they're barking at it. I don't know. They're looking at something. They're hanging out in front of the burrito place. What are they looking at? Maybe that's their person there? I don't know. I have no idea. Well, when I was a kid, I always said that I was going to be an architect when I grew up. And architecture is still an interest of mine, but it's just not a career, I guess, that I ended up going into. Life just took another turn. This is art, by the way. No, a storm didn't blow all these light standards together in a big clump. This is art. They sense the aliens, yeah. Walking through the Canary District. Hey, Derek C. Hello. I remember seeing those Halifax drunken street lamps in one of Bevy's videos or streams. Unfortunately, I don't have a favorite kind of beer. I don't drink beer, so I couldn't even tell you. The few times I did take a sip, they all tasted the same to me at that time. I'm sure they don't taste the same, but I didn't have anything to go by. Let's see, all the way up to Yonge and Bloor. There's the one under construction. Hey, crikey. All right, should we walk through the distillery? I kind of like this area. I mean, it still has a long way to go, right? Before it's done, but I kind of like it so far. I know some people don't. I think it has potential to be a pretty neat area once it's a bit more matured, I guess you could say. Give it some more time. I think it has some cool looking buildings, some nice architecture. There's more and more retail and restaurants that are opening up. Has the streetcar right here. It's right beside the Distillery District, which is nice. And the subway will also pass through here eventually when that's completed, the new Line 3. And it's close to the lake. That's right, that too. My day was okay. I just had a chill day until I went out to record the video and then start streaming. See, so much of this area is still a construction site, so it's hard to appreciate it right now, I guess.
Tend to be a little bit
Studied drafting. Yeah, I took some drafting classes in high school. I even bought a drafting, or I didn't buy one, my dad bought me a drafting table to have of my own so I could use it at home. I still have it. It's just not set up in my apartment. It's too small, there's no place to put it. Hello, SG. Hello, Daniel. All Alright. The Distillery. Theater here. There's often music playing all throughout this area, so hopefully I won't have to mute the audio at some point, but it's quite possible I'll have to do that. I'm currently walking past music right now as we speak. This is why I'm talking. But I just saw a super pop in here. Tom Seeley, $5. Thanks for the walk, Ken. You should try the Close Encounters whistle. It just went away. In front of the CN Tower and see if the saucer section responds. Or in front of Old City Hall too, or not Old City Hall, New City Hall, which is old now anyway, but they also have that saucer in between the two towers. Maybe I'll give that a go. Cheers, Tom Seeley. Thank you very much for the $5. Much appreciated. Got lots of neat places here in the distillery. Or if you're not enjoying this, you could watch some paint dry. That might be more exciting. Then a walk to the distillery here. Hey, Scott Briggs, how you doing? Past some more Muzak. Might have to mute it here, sorry. All right. This area is a bit of a copyright zone when you're walking through.
I recognize the name.
Exciting and new. Come aboard, we're expecting you. Love, na na na, life's sweetest reward. Let it float, it floats back to you. Hey, Mark 311. Oh, you're right, Scott. What was I thinking? What was I thinking? It's very Toronto to see like an old mid-19th century building with a new condo tower under construction right behind it, right? You know you're in Toronto when? Banger. No, actually I grew up in Northern Ontario, a place called North Bay that you might be aware of. It's Not too far away. But I've been living in Toronto for 15 years now this year. 15 years this year. Crazy. Yeah, that's what I figured. Aurelia and North Bay are only a 2-hour drive apart. There's this big spider looking thing. All right, maybe I'll fold my umbrella back up and put it back in my pocket. I'm still carrying it around here. Let me put down the gimbal. Velcro. Fortunately not Jelly Bean. I know that's what you come for, but maybe in the next one. Haha. Hey, Jason Curling. Hey, Fernando. Yeah, I love this umbrella.
Hey, this is perfect.
It pleases me. Hey, Easy Flash. I just noticed you were here. How you doing? Let's walk through the heart. I heart you all. There we go. I just hearted you all. I don't see any total eclipse at the moment though, but you know, it's still nice. Maybe next time there is a total eclipse, I'll come here though. That would be cool. New future Corktown station for Line 3. Okay, Finder Palace. Hello, Edmilson, watching from Rio. As she walks across the sand. Have a good night, Orata. We'll see you in the next one. Jason Curling, $4 super sticker. Thank you very kindly, Jason. Your support means a lot. Cheers, Jason Curling. Much appreciated. Is this one of these fart box cars that goes around backfiring on purpose? Just relax. Future tallest building in Canada under construction right there. 106 stories is how tall that one will get. It was t-shirt weather earlier when the sun was out. 15 degrees, sunny. Good job. We're heading into the heart of downtown here. Still on the east side, walking along Front Street into the St. Lawrence Market area, St. Lawrence neighborhood. SG, the East End is building up big time. It took a while to catch up to some other parts of downtown for the development to start happening in the east side here, but it's happening now. There's all sorts of tall buildings under construction and proposed, approved. Hello, Advisorit, how you doing? And Yvonne Atherton, $5. Thanks, Ken. Really enjoying the stream. I'm the best. You're the best. You're the best, Yvonne. Thank you very kindly for the super chat. Much appreciated, Yvonne Atherton. Hey, there's a new Burger's Priest opening here. And a Starbucks. I think that's fairly new also. This end of Front Street used to be a bit of a dead zone, right? There wasn't too much along here, but that's changing with all the new developments. That building's been there a while, though. It's the Globe and Mail headquarters, Canada's national newspaper. It's the home of the Canadian Opera Company. Hey, Toronto's doo-wop music guy. Yeah, they might still be here. I thought I saw a sign stating something to that effect, but maybe not. But the main opera house is right in the heart of downtown at Queen and University, the Four Seasons Center for the Performing Arts. That's the big opera house, big opera hall, whatever you want to call it. Oh, you can catch some opera there. I've never seen an opera. Starting to get a little darker now. Hey, Ida Hamada, hello. This is a whole bunch of new retail that will hopefully get filled up soon. This massive new condo here. Still got over 300 people watching. Thanks again, everyone. Another reminder, if you're new or if you haven't subscribed yet for some other reason, this is your chance. Hit that subscribe. It's free. It only takes a second, and you can check out future streams and videos on the channel. Every day there's either a live stream or a new pre-recorded video. So every single day there's new content on the channel. Up Sherbourne. Yeah, smash it, but maybe not too hard. You got it, Easy Flash. I just hit 1969 videos on my channel. This is the 1970th video, but as I was saying earlier, I noticed I was at 1969 videos on the channel. 1969. I should hit 2,000 videos before too long. In another month or so, I'll hit 2,000 since I post videos every day. $20.67. Wow, that's a lot. You've been busy. Are you for real? 24? What? Is that serious?
And then he's got to go on like 95 cents until next week.
I have two, and my other one I basically ignore it. All my time goes towards this channel. Hey Brent, hello. Okay, in the heart of the St. Lawrence area now. George Street. Whoops. What is it with this neighborhood and the bad signal? Signal went down to crap also. What's going on with St. Lawrence Market? Why? Sorry about the buffering. For some reason, St. Louis market area doesn't know how to have a proper connection for some reason. Downtown, it goes to shit. Why? Doesn't make sense why there wouldn't be enough bandwidth in this area. This is a very busy tourist area. A lot of people would be using bandwidth around here. You think it would be sufficient, right?
I thought they were closed.
Walking towards the tower. That's right. Kind of a neat view. Hopefully this is not buffering for everyone here. Just keeps on being crappy all along here. How far do I have to walk for the signal to come back up? What a cursed area for live streaming. I was going to say my video I did of the North Market, I was waiting for the signal to come back up, but there's the North Market building. The video I did touring inside on its first day open, it's starting to rack up some views. It started off okay, but then it died down, but then it started picking up views again. And I think it's heading towards 10,000 views now, which is pretty cool. Maybe it'll keep going. It's doing better than my SWAT video anyway, which is surprising. There was a SWAT team inside my apartment. It's on video. Flatiron Building is getting a reno. Guess there'll be no pictures this summer from all the tourists of this building.
So my boss was like, well, he said, I've never been able to screenshot of the price online. So is that a Canadian thing?
Hello, Ella. How you doing? All right, the signal's back up to normal now, at least. Sorry. Yeah, that was a wiener dog. Speaking of dogs, the dog fountain is across the street over there. I still have no idea what that guy was doing down there below me.
I should say, let me know when.
Starting to rain again? Or am I just imagining that? They haven't turned on the fountain yet. maybe once May begins, they'll turn it on. That'd be nice. Maybe in the summer sometime and visit it, provided they actually turn them on. Look at that, we're almost at Yonge Street, holy moly. We started at Coxwell and Danforth. It's 2.5 hours ago or so. Not sure what I'm hearing up here. Sounds like a saxophone. Got music coming at me from different spots, 2 different spots here. It sounds like Hello by Lionel Richie. Hey, does it sound like that to you? It's Hello by Lionel Richie. I'm not sure if this melody will get me a copyright claim though, so I'll just keep talking here. Actually, I might have to mute the audio. Sorry about that. All right. Sometimes just the melody of a song is enough to get you a copyright claim, as crazy as that is. Even a cover, right? A cover with the melody. Is it me you're looking for? I remember when I was in grade 9, I had a crush on this girl in some of my classes, and she sat right in front of me in one of my classes, and I used to sort of jokingly sing this song to her. She seemed to enjoy the attention, maybe not my singing, but she seemed to enjoy my attempts anyway at wooing her, I guess. Her name was Debbie. She had red hair and freckles. Yep. And I remember not too long after, I never like made a move or anything. I don't know, I was too shy, I guess. Although, you know, the singing was sort of a move, I guess. But anyway, I never dated her or anything. And then I remember she ended up dating one of my good friends, and I was like, oh. And she dated him all through high school. But she did write some very flirtatious things in my yearbook, I remember, that had me thinking that I missed the boat and that I should have made a move, because the things she wrote in my yearbook were, you know, not things you would write to somebody you didn't like or whatever. And then I lost that yearbook. Oh well. All those messages are gone. Who knows where. Alright, we're on Yonge Street, heading north. Crossing King. Yeah, at the end of the year, when the yearbooks get signed, that's when you find out some stuff that you wouldn't have known otherwise, that maybe people kept to themselves all year for some reason, and then they just let it all hang out when they signed your yearbook, and then you read it and you're like, what the heck? Why didn't you say this before? And then sometimes you'd get, have a neat summer, right? You'd be like, okay. Yeah, I was shy then, that's for sure. Sort of. I mean, I could talk to girls, but I was too shy to, like, you know, make obvious advances towards them, I guess. Unless it was done in a funny sort of way, which is what I was doing with that girl singing hello. Young in Adelaide.
Don't eat her. What are you doing? I'm like, yo guys, see?
Was that right, Tiana? There's enough going on during the high school years, even without something like that.
We might have to like.
inhaling this guy's cigarette smoke. I'll let him get ahead of me a bit. Or I could outwalk him maybe. He's going slower than I go. Maybe I'll pass him. Get ahead of the ciggy smoke. One of the worst things I hate about walking behind some people is when they're smoking. Hey, Peter Bradfield, $1.99. I should sing. Kagajuju's too shy. Is that the one that goes eye to eye? Something? Hush hush, eye to eye, or something. How's it go? Something like that, right? Da 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 da. I don't know the words though. Too shy, eye to eye. I have no idea. I know the song, I just don't know the exact words. Thank you, Peter Bradfield, though, for the $1.99. Much appreciated. Alrighty then. Yeah, are there words? Just sounds like a bunch of made up sounds they're saying that rhyme with one another. Right, north up a busy Yonge Street here. Walking past the Saks and Hudson's Bay building. You probably heard the news that the remaining 6 stores that were still open have begun liquidation now, unfortunately. I was hoping they'd be able to hold on to the last 6 stores, you know. It's still possible that something might happen. I think they have until June to find a buyer or something like that, so there's still some time. Or even just keep this one store, keep the flagship store here at Yonge and Queen, right? But it might all be gone. Hey, have a good night, Fernando.
Oh my God.
Hey, look who I found. Look who I found.
Hiding my smoke. Well, what a coincidence, Ken. I saw you streaming earlier. It's
Did
the
you?
one and only OG, the Ken Continuum.
And I found Once Upon a City. Some of you may know Once Upon a
Like
City.
it's a standoff right now. Hey, Ken, how's it going, Ken?
It's going good. Yeah,
So
it's
good
going
seeing you.
Yeah, it's a nice night as long as it doesn't rain, right?
That's why I'm going to make a beeline into the Hudson's Bay.
I was just talking about it, how it's closing, yeah.
Well, I missed that part.
Yeah.
I was kind of watching you as I was coming down here from work.
Oh, okay.
I was
yeah.
on the subway, so good seeing you, Ken.
You too, you too.
Ken is the OG. Somebody link a channel for the Ken Continuum. One of my favorite, most humble live streamers, the Ken Continuum.
Ah, shucks. And you all know Once Upon a City. I think some people have seen you before in my
All
streams.
5 of them.
Yeah. More than that, yeah. Well, it's awesome to see you. How long have you been streaming?
I just started.
You just started, okay, cool.
I had started, but then I noticed that my stabilization was a bit...
Okay, I think I'm near the end of mine.
Wow.
So I'll pass
Good
the
to
torch
see-
to
I
you.
really recognized you. Well, I appreciate that.
So yeah, after I'm done my stream, everyone hop over to Once Upon a City here. If you want to continue the walk around downtown.
Thank you so much,
All right,
Ken.
all right.
Much appreciated,
Good
sir.
seeing you.
You have a good
All right,
evening.
you
Thank
too.
you so much, sir.
Okay, later.
Awesome. What a way to start
Hey, Jordan Hermie, hello. Jelly bean. 20 simoleons. Holy simoleon, is that an expression? It is now. Thank you very much, Jelly Bean, for the very generous super chat. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream. Very, very much appreciated, Jelly Bean. Thank you so much. Hello.
Sir, can we get in the stream?
Yeah.
What are you streaming on?
On YouTube.
Yes, how many followers you got?
Like 28,000.
Oh!
Yeah. Well, we got 300 people watching. 300 people right now watching, right?
Yeah. Follow me
If
on
they send a Galaxy, we'll
Nextcraft.
run on the road. If they send a Galaxy.
Anyone else? Anyone else want to pimp their thing?
At Nextcraft on Instagram.
Yeah. Right on, right on.
At Nathan
Name
Redmond.
is nice on IG.
Nice, nice. All right.
If there's any young black males,
Yo.
the guy for it.
So if you're Forbes underscore on IG, go follow that right now.
He likes big
All right.
black
All
dudes.
right.
You get that money to follow you, my word.
Have a good one, sir. Have a
All right. Good seeing you, man. See ya.
Wait, what's it?
The Ken Continuum.
Wait.
The Ken Continuum.
Ken Continuum.
Yeah.
Subscribe to you right now, big bro.
Nice.
Hey, do it.
All right.
You know this guy? He's nice, right?
Shit. Oh, he's not lying, bro.
There we go.
28?
Don't go on the phone.
Right on, man. Later. See ya. So it's fun to run into the Utes in Toronto. Sorry. Hey, Cole Sloth. Hey, what's up, Peter C? Making our way north on Yonge Street. Is there a show at Massey Hall? Looks like there is. The light is on the sign. That means there's a show tonight. I'm not sure who it is though. The venerable Massey Hall. Hey, our gang, the Little Rascals. Yeah, we just had that tiny little bit of rain for like 2 minutes and then it stopped and never came back again. Hey, Zahir, hello. Octo Zone. Hey, have a good night, Nav and Dat. Thanks again for the super chat earlier. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you in the next one. Black Wolf Vampiro, hello. Little doggy in a purse. How much is that doggy in your purse? We're here at Drumdas Square. That was one of my proposals for the new name. It's better than the name they chose, I would say. It actually makes sense, right? Watch the action at the intersection here. It's not as busy as it has been on some other Friday nights. I mean, it's busy, right? But it's not like as busy. I've seen it quite a bit busier than this on some other nights. But I think we've come to the end of another live stream here on a Friday night for a change. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to like and share and subscribe, yada yada yada. Hit all the buttons if you haven't already done that, because I'll be streaming again quite soon in the next 3 days or so. So keep an eye out for that. Hit the notification bell, and I'll be premiering a pre-recorded video tomorrow evening. I hope you can catch that. There'll be a live chat during the premiere of that pre-recorded video as well, around 7:15 p.m. Hope to see you there. So thanks to everyone who checked out tonight's stream. I'm glad you stuck it out as we walked all the way from Coxwell and Danforth into downtown here via Coxwell, Queen, and Front Street and Yonge Street. Thanks to all the channel members as well. All right, until next time, I will continue. Good night, everyone. Have a good weekend. I'll see you in a few days, probably in the next live stream. Is it buffering now? Be gone, buffering. All right. I will continue. Haha.